Hello students, I welcome you back for e-learning. We are going to continue with Introduction to Surveying, lecture number 1, part 2. And today in this video we are going to concentrate on definition. In this part 1, lecture number in e-learning, lecture number 1, part 1 has been finished with these 3 contents. And today in this part 2 we are going to continue with classification and principle in part 2. So classification of survey. So classification based on nature of field. So classification of survey is based on categories. So first is nature of field. So in this based on nature of field, we are going to concentrate on land survey, then hydrological survey, which means water related survey, astronomical survey, then we have aerial survey, and the second classification is based on purpose. So purpose of survey, so geological survey is there, so mine surveying, so archaeological survey, next we have military survey. So again there is third classification based on instruments. So instruments which is used for surveying, depending on that we have the content. So chain surveying is the first one, second is compass survey, third one is chain and compass, the combination of two, chain and compass surveying, plane table surveying, then we have theodolite survey, then we have tachometry leveling survey, then photogrammetric survey, then EDM, that is electronic distance measuring survey. So lastly, in the classification of based on instruments, we have GPS, that is nothing but the modern survey inclusion. So EDM and GPS come under modern surveying. So GPS is nothing but global positioning systems. So these we are going to concentrate in the next coming slides. So classification based on methods. So this is this. There are totally 4 classifications. So this one is the last one. So classification based on methods. Firstly, we have triangulation method and then traversing method. So totally we concentrated how many? So in the previous slide, we have classification based on nature of field. Second is classification based on methods, classification based on instruments, and classification based on purposes. So next we will each classification we are going to understand in detail. So classification based on nature of field, land survey. So land survey majorly consists of the survey which is carried out on the earth surface. So earth surface in the sense, under this land survey we are going to again subclassify this land survey into topographical survey, city survey, and cadastral survey. So topographical survey consists of or it is done for to determine topographical survey majorly it is done for determining the natural features of a country such as rivers, streams, lakes, hills, etc. and some features as roads, railways, canals, towns, and villages. So topographical survey consists of a horizontal and vertical location of certain points by linear and angular measurements. So topographical survey, you may see this picture which is going to give you the details of the features of roads, features of railways, features of canals, features of lakes, streams, etc. Then we are going to concentrate on city survey now. City survey, you can observe, city survey, these are made in connection with the construction of say streets, water supply systems, sewer systems, and other works, CD works, or etc. etc. So city survey, you may observe, also find out in this map there are so many plots and streets which are going to help us to lay the service lines. So cadastral survey, cadastral surveys are made to fix the property boundaries of property lines, the land area calculations, then coming to transfer of land property from one owner to another. Normally cadastral surveys are also made to fix the boundaries of municipalities and of state and federal jurisdictions. So this is first one, land survey. Again we are going to come in detail with this in next coming units. Now we will concentrate on hydrological survey. So mainly hydro means water, and its survey done is nothing but hydrological survey. So normally this is used for locating water bodies. You may see the 3D model here, which is nothing but this is the sea or a ocean where the ships are moving. So underwater surveys are done, how the profile of the ground at the bottom of the sea is going to be. So it is nothing but the survey which is carried out underwater. So it is said to be hydrological survey. So also it is called hydrological survey is also called marine survey. So this deals with bodies of water for purpose of say navigation, water supply, harbor works, or for determination of mean sea levels. So the work consists in measurement of discharge of streams, making topographic survey of shores and banks, taking and locating soundings to determine the depth of water, and observing the fluctuations of the ocean tides. So under this hydraulic survey, these all things will be taken care of. Then coming to astronomical survey here. So astronomical surveys offer the surveyors to determine, it helps astronomical survey majorly concentrate to determine the absolute location of any point of the earth surface, on the earth surface. This consists of observation of heavenly bodies such as sun or any fixed star. So this is astronomical survey. So coming to aerial survey. So aerial survey is nothing but the survey carried out from in the air. So say consider this picture is giving you, so plane aircraft is taking photos of the area of the land from the top. So it is going to give us the detail for official office survey. Next, classification based on purpose. So we are majorly concentrating on geological surveys. So ground features are understood under this survey. So ground features in the sense the depths of the mineral resources, depths of the ground stratas, rock strata, and so on. So geological survey, this is used for determining different stratas in the earth crust normally. So mine survey, mine surveys are carried out for exploring mineral wealth. Then we will come across archaeological survey now. So archaeological survey, this is used for unearthing the relics of antiquity, means the ancient monuments they consider. So the survey is done to identify the constructions of old ancient monuments and the related survey. So coming to military survey. Military survey, this is used for determining points of strategic importance. So the military survey, see the military man is using the GPS and carrying the military survey. Now we will concentrate on classification based on instruments. So classification based on instruments, firstly we will concentrate on chain surveying. So chain surveying, this is the simplest type of surveying in which only linear measurements are made with chain or a tape. Angular measurements are not done. In compass surveying, when you come on the next part, in compass surveying we come across angular survey. So angles are measured using the help of this magnetic compass. So the cross section of the compass has been given. So this cross section of compass is very, very important for the examination point of view. So every detail and the namings of all the parts of the compass are listed here. So try to practice this cross section. Now we will come to chain and compass survey, the combination of two. So in this we can observe in this survey, linear measurements are made with chain and angular measurements to know the direction of the survey line. The angular measurements are carried out using compass. And in plane table surveying, it is nothing but a graphical method of surveying actually. Simultaneously we will be surveying on the field works, we will be surveying on the ground, and on the table itself. Simultaneously, parallelly, along with the survey, we are going to plot the same. Theodolite survey, next we will concentrate. Theodolite survey, the horizontal angles are measured with theodolite more precisely than compass. It means these theodolites are the higher versions. Theodolites are with theodolite is higher version of magnetic compass. It gives accuracy in seconds. So the least count for compass is 30 minutes, and in theodolite we come across 20 seconds of least count. So the precision is high, accuracy is high. So theodolite survey, in theodolite survey we go for horizontal angle measurement, and the linear measurements are carried out with chain or tape. So you may come across, this is the typical theodolite, and this is nothing but digital electronic theodolite. In tachometry survey, this is the special type of theodolite known as tachometer is used. So this is the special type of theodolite known as tachometer, and is used to determine horizontal and vertical distances indirectly. It means after getting these datas, okay, so top and bottom reading, so you can see the crosshair after focusing the theodolite. So we should not take the central reading, top and bottom hair readings are noted down, and indirectly in the office we are going to calculate all the measurements. So distance here, the calculation has been shown with the example. So this we are going to concentrate in detail in coming lectures in tachometry survey. So the top reading is 1.12 and the bottom reading is 0.654 into 100. This 100 is nothing but the constant C, which is multiplied in the formula. So constant C is nothing but the instrument constant. Additive constant we call it as. C is nothing but additive constant. So distance is nothing but, to multiply we get 45.8 meters after calculation. So now next is leveling survey. This type of survey is used to determine the vertical distances, or you may call it as elevations and relative heights of points with the help of an instrument known as level. So this is nothing but the auto level. We also use dumpy level for this leveling survey. So the difference between the first point to last point, so you can get the height here. So leveling survey, normally we discuss regarding the heights in this. Next, we will come across photogrammetric survey. Photogrammetric survey is the can say science of taking measurements with the help of photographs taken by aerial camera from the aircraft. See, now aircraft, or nowadays we are coming across the drones, which are helping us to take the photographs. So EDM, now we will concentrate on electronic distance measurement survey. In this type of survey, all measurements may be length, angles or coordinates. These are made with the help of EDM instrument, electronic distance measuring instrument. That instrument normally it may be total station. So the rays are passing and the retroprism is again reflecting back and giving the calculations. So this EDM is going to help us in finding out the distances. Now we will concentrate on GPS, global positioning system, modern surveying. These two come in modern surveying. So GPS was rapidly adapted for surveying, as it can give a position details also, like latitude, longitude and the height. Directly it is going to show us on the screen without the help of any measuring instrument, without the need of any measuring angles and distances between intermediate points. Survey control could be now established almost anywhere, and it was only necessary to have a clear view of the sky, so that the signals from the GPS satellites could be received clearly. So if the sky is clear, we can get the signals clearly, and directly latitude, longitude and heights are being received. Now last classification of circle, that is based on methods. First we have triangulation method. So you can see the area, a circular irregular area. Triangulation, this triangulation is nothing but the basic method of surveying when the area to be surveyed is large. Triangulation, this method is adopted when the area to be surveyed is too large, and this entire area is divided into network of triangles. There are so many triangles in this area, means this area is divided into number of triangles. So as triangulation word itself is giving us, the area is going to be divided into number of triangles. So coming next is traversing in the methods. So firstly, traversing, you can see this is from A to B, this is one survey line, B to C another survey line, C to D and so on till the end. In this survey you can see A to B, B to C, and again the survey line is coming and meeting back to the first station. So it means A station and the last station is not, this last station is not going to meet to A point. Means it is a open survey, open traversing, and here you can see it is forming a circuit or a network. This is also a network, but an open network. This is a closed network, so it is said to be closed traverse. So traversing is nothing but a survey. It is nothing but a linear measurements are in this traversing. Linear measurements are done with a chain and a tape, and the directions or horizontal angles are measured with compass or theodolite respectively. The survey is said to be traversing. So now only traversing is nothing but a network of survey lines. Just remember, network of survey lines is going to give you traversing method. So it may be open traverse or closed traverse. So thank you guys.